And today begins a week of events to honor and celebrate Reverend Graham's life. We have team coverage of the events leading up to his funeral next week. We want to start live with our Ariel Placencia. She's at the Billy Graham Library where security preparations are now underway. Ariel?
That's right, Brooke. They have not waited to get started on getting ready for this big event. Now think about this. About 1 billion people have come out in person to listen to Billy Graham and his sermon. So you can only imagine just how many people are going to come out here to the Queen City to say their final goodbyes.
And Jesus said we're to love our neighbors as ourselves.
One day after Reverend Billy Graham's death, the world continues to mourn as we learn more about the upcoming services in his honor. A private funeral will be held at the Billy Graham Library next Friday, March 2nd at noon.
Well, it'll be a wonderful tribute to the life of Billy Graham.
The service will be held under a tent in the library's main parking lot, paying homage to the 1949 Canvas Cathedral. Officials are expecting close to 2,300 people for this invitation-only event.
We'll definitely be pulling people in, if nothing else, for the sheer volume of traffic that's going to enter this area. Highway
Patrol tells NBC Charlotte preparations are already in the works. Troopers will likely be pulled in from other counties to assist in the ramping up of security. Now, keep in mind, CIAA is also the same weekend as Billy Graham's funeral. I looked at the schedule online, and there are 4 CIAA games on that Friday. In addition, the Graham family has already confirmed to us that they've reached out and invited President Donald Trump and his family to the funeral. So, Brooke, you can only imagine just how much traffic and security is going to be here on that Friday here in Charlotte.
Absolutely, Ariel. And we do know this afternoon at 1 o'clock, CMPD holding a news conference on the funeral. Do we have any idea what to expect from that?
Well, Brooke, I'm sure we're going to get some details on the events that are happening in the coming weeks. We'll also get some more information about that motorcade from Asheville all the way to here and where you'll be able to view it. And we'll also get some more details about CMP security. We already know they're going to have to step it up, and we'll learn more about that a little later on this afternoon. And of course, if you're interested in watching it, we'll be streaming it online at WCNC.com, Brooke.
All right, Ariel, thank you so much. And we do want to continue our team coverage right now with Evan West. Graham's body being taken to the Cove, a Christian ministry center, later this afternoon. That's where we find Evan. And Evan, describe what's going on there today.
Well, certainly a celebration of life as people come out to remember Reverend Graham. Now, we'll talk more about the celebration going on here at the Cove, but I want to tell you more about the celebration set to ensue over the course of the next week. Of course, you just mentioned that Reverend Graham's body will be brought here from a funeral home in Asheville to the Cove later this afternoon around 3 o'clock. It will lie here the rest of the day through tomorrow and then leave on Saturday morning around 11 to Charlotte. Now, that procession is set to leave here around 11:30 a.m. and arrive in Charlotte at 3 p.m. where his body will remain until Tuesday. We know that it will be taken on Wednesday to the U.S. Capitol, as you just said, something that we have just learned, where he will lie in the rotunda. What an honor for Reverend Graham and then, of course, after that, he will be brought back to Charlotte for his funeral on Friday. Now, here at the Cove, you can see flowers, very nice words inside written about the late Reverend. They have some beautiful Bible verses, quotes, and yesterday in Montreat, certainly a lot of smiles seen. Not as many smiles here, a lot of tears and tissues being passed out, a very real moment as a lot of people who knew him have come out to remember him. I actually spoke to a nurse. I spent a long time with the nurse Patty, who spent 10 years of her life as Reverend Graham's personal nurse, and she had some beautiful things to say about him. She would not go on camera. She was just too emotional, but she remembered him as a man that was simply a man, and not just a rock star that as so many people knew him. So a lot of beautiful memories here about Reverend Billy Graham. Of course, we'll have a lot more coverage later today from here in Asheville. For now, reporting live, I'm Evan West. Back to you, Brooke.
Certainly a lasting impact, Evan. Thank you. And here at NBC Charlotte, we want to give you, our viewers, a chance to send condolences to Reverend Graham's family. So we have printed up a giant card for the community to sign. We just put it on display at the Park Road Shopping Center. That's where we find NBC Charlotte's Rachel Lundberg. She's out there right now, and it looks like you've already got some signatures there, Rachel.
Yeah, we do, Brooke. We just got out here and already dozens of people are coming to sign this card. So it's a massive condolence card. Anyone could come and write their message of what Reverend Billy Graham has meant to them. Some really thoughtful, sweet notes here. I'll read a couple for you. One says, "Many will be in heaven because of Billy Graham's life. Thank you for being such a great man of faith." So at any point in the day, you guys can come out here and anyone can put their thoughts and prayers to Reverend Billy Graham and to the family on this card. Listen in to what one of the people that came by to sign it had to say.
God bless thy good and faithful servant. Yeah, he's happier where he is now. He always said that his time on earth was second to the time he would enjoy in heaven.
So we're going to be right here. We're right outside the Park Road Shopping Center, right by the post office. And this is a very special spot to the Graham family because even though Reverend Billy Graham traveled all over the world speaking to millions, this is the area where he called home. So you can come to the place where he called home, leave a message for him and his family. We'll be out here until 6:30 this evening, so plenty of time for everyone to come and sign the card. Reporting live right outside the Park Road Shopping Center, I'm Rachel Lundberg, NBC Charlotte.
I'm sure it won't take long to fill that card up. Rachel, thank you.